Hi, I'm your host, Cheyenne Lindsay, and this is the Senior Show. Here I have 4 outstanding seniors with me, and they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves.
Hi, I'm Kristen Higley. I'm 17 years old, and I come from Colorado.
Hi, I'm Ben Butler. I'm 17 also. I'm a twin, yeah. And I came from a middle school, Windermere Park Charter Academy. Very unknown. It's on Saginaw over by Sexton. But.
Okay. I'm Abby. I'm also 17, and I'm also a twin. And I went to Pattingill Middle School.
I'm Matt Henry, about 6'3" of an inch. I weigh about 155 to 160. I like long strolls on the beach, sipping coconut drinks, moonlight walks.
Okay, the first question I'm going to ask you seniors is, do you believe in cell phones being banned?
I disagree with cell phones being banned because I think the students can control it for the most part.
Personally, I don't even own a cell phone, so it's all good in the hood, I guess. But I don't know. Cell phones in classrooms, I don't think they really belong there, because if a student really does want to learn, then it just makes sense not to have one.
I am kind of in the middle on that. Like, I think I agree with our school policy now on cell phones. Like, you can have them with you, just not on and not out in class, because that makes sense because they are distracting, but you can still have them because it's important to be in touch with whoever needs to reach you, I guess.
So yeah, heck yeah, we're about to win that game tonight. What was the question?
Do you believe in cell phones being banned?
Oh, cell phones. Yeah, man, I hate those kids who talk on their phones in class and school and stuff. That ain't right, man.
Right, Matt. My next question is, who is your favorite teacher, what class do they teach, and why are they your favorite teacher?
Sorry. No, man, I'm on the show. Alright, peace. Alright, peace.
Okay, back to Kristen.
Anyways.
This is probably nobody else feels this way, but I really like my Spanish class with Miss Hollis because I learn a lot and I like languages. I also really like Greenberg's class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, Greenberg's a pretty good teacher. He always makes stuff interesting, and you can really tell that he loves what he does. But I think my favorite teacher here is Miss Brayman, and I know a lot of people disagree with me with that. But
why is that?
She's very professional, and I always enjoyed her class, at least the subject she taught, and it kind of spurred my interest into that area. So I credit her with that.
I have 2 favorite classes. I also like Mr. Greenberg's class because I like the conversations and what we do in there, and I think he's a good teacher. Like, he knows what he's talking about. And I also really enjoy Mr. Richter's advanced web design class because that actually feels like I'm doing something worthwhile. Like, I'm not just learning to have knowledge, I'm actually keeping up the school website and applying stuff. So I like that. It's also just really relaxed atmosphere, and I like working with computers.
Well, I'd have to say all my classes are pretty good ones. I mean, when you have such good grades, and it's pretty easy to like all your classes. But besides lunch, I'd say my favorite is Mr. Thornburg because he's just a great teacher. I've had him all 4 years, and learning is the key. So I'm so smart.
Do you guys think you get away with more, like, as a senior?
I definitely do. We could be walking down the hallway and you see a security guard yelling at underclassmen or someone else walking right next to you, but he'll like give you a high five and start talking to you. So I definitely think so.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that too. Being a senior has a lot of privileges because usually if you made it this far in high school without having to redo a grade or dropping out, you usually know that they're here to learn. Seniors are here to learn. So, and administration and teachers know that, so I think they give us some slack sometimes when it comes to not getting out of class for whatever reasons and walking down the hallways during class. So.
I've actually had underclassmen tell me that I get away with more because I'm a senior, and that if they did the things I did, they'd get in trouble and stuff like that. But I have to agree, because the faculty and staff are a lot more, like, they know us on a more regular basis. They've worked with us for 4 years now, so I think they get along better with people they know and have seen like every day for 4 years than like the freshmen that they might not really understand. So yeah, I think we get away with a lot more.
Well, to say that we get away with stuff, that'd be implying that I would do something wrong or not, right? And I'm sure all the students here know that I'm Matt Henry and I always behave. I'm like the perfect example of a student, so I don't really get away with anything.
Okay. Do you go out for lunch, and if so, what is your favorite lunch spot?
Yeah, pretty much all the seniors go out for lunch. If you don't have a car, you just tag along, get a ride from someone. My favorite lunch spot, I don't know, it would probably have to be Giorgio's or the deli.
Yeah, I go out to lunch too when I'm not in meetings for class or NHS or anything. So maybe it might only be once or twice a week, but I do go out. My favorite spots are anywhere with my friends and a place with dollar menu. So.
I also go out to lunch pretty much every day, yeah, unless we have meetings or something. My favorite place is definitely Giorgio's.
I go to lunch also, and I'd say my favorites: Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Arby's, the deli, Giorgio's, Sir Pizza, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Taco Bell.
So all of them.
I'd say pretty much. I like food in general. Anywhere with food.
That's a good one.
That's good. How important is it to you to participate in senior activities?
I definitely think it's one of the most important things. If you don't participate, you're not going to make friends, and it really brings you closer. I can say that our senior year, everyone is, like, we're much tighter. I think we've been unified because we all spend time together doing float building and doing different sports, and I think the 4 years of doing it over and over again has really helped.
As a class officer, I think I'm obligated to say that it's important, get out there and help your class. But yeah, I think it's important. One of the reasons I became a class officer was because I really like it. It's fun. I like organizing things, and it's just, and doing other senior activities, playing sports, and anything extracurricular, I think is important because you just learn a lot from it, and you do meet a lot of people.
Honestly, I think participating in the activities for our grade, I don't think it's that important, as like it's not really necessary, but I think it's really important to me because I have met a lot of my friends through that, and really our grade is just a lot closer because we work together with so much. And it's a great opportunity to meet people and like be doing something to help out your class, and it's important to me, but I don't think like everyone really should do it unless they want to.
Yeah, it's important, and it's so much fun. I mean, like building floats, the penny wars, and then it's another way to get to show all the other classes who's best. Obviously, 07 on the top every time.
How important is showing your school spirit to you? And how do you do that?
For all the seniors, I would say we would pretty much say that it's very important, because if you don't get involved in your school and you don't have school spirit, then it's going to make your 4 years here completely miserable.
I think it's very important, obviously. I mean, I'll deck out in blue, and my compadre over here, Matt Henry, too. I just think going to games and dressing up is a lot of fun. Always supporting the Eastern Quakers, even though seasons may be tough, but our teams, Eastern teams, need our support, and I really believe in that. And that's one of the reasons why I do dress up and try to go to as many games as I can.
That's one of my favorite things about our school, actually, is the school spirit. Because even though not all of our sports teams are the best at what they do, they have a lot of fans and a lot of people showing support. And I know when I play sports, I appreciate all the support that I get. So I think it's really important to support everyone else also.
I would agree. Me and Ben, well, pretty much what Ben said. I got to dress up every Friday for the football game. I actually take credit for the win the other week because that was basically all the fans dressing up, cheering for him.
If you remember, what were your first thoughts of Eastern?
Oh, my first thoughts were, I was definitely very overwhelmed coming into the school because my experience was a little bit different because I didn't know anybody. So I walked in and it's a huge high school for your first year. And after freshman year, when everybody gets to know each other, your sophomore year, like everyone has friends and you walk in, I didn't know anyone. So I just kind of sat there and did my work the whole year and didn't hang out. That was hard.
For me, my first day of school, freshman year, so long ago. No, it was a very memorable day for me, actually. I did go to a smaller middle school, and when I came here, almost a lot of people knew each other already from Pat and Gail or Otto, even though my middle school was better. No, but actually, one very memorable thing about my first day of school was meeting Jade. She actually hit on me. I don't know if you guys.
Whoa!
Yeah, she hit on. Yeah, she was.
Jade,
Nice
you.
work.
Hey, Jade, how's
Nice.
it going? We're tight now, so it's cool. But and that was. I just look back at it and I laugh, and just thinking about it makes me realize how far everybody in our class has come.
Right. Unlike a lot of people, I went to Pat and Gill, which is right next door. So I knew a lot of people that were coming to Eastern, and I knew people at Eastern already, and so I had a lot of friends that we just continued to be in the same classes with, so I wasn't as nervous about it. But at Eastern, there's also a lot more people from a lot of different schools, and it was hard to be mixed in with a lot of people I didn't know, so I had to gain a little confidence to meet new people and meet new friends, but it was also a fun experience, and especially being in classes with older people and in different grades is a lot of fun. So I was excited, I guess.
Well, I, like Abby over here, went to Pat and Gail, and so I was right next door to Eastern. But still, when I came here, I thought it was so big. I thought it was huge, like some palace, like these huge hallways and all the lockers and classrooms. But then I went and saw the new Holt High School, and I'd say it's a little bit bigger than Eastern, a little bit nicer. So this is great now.
Thanks, Matt. Did you guys take advantage of the AP courses, and if you did, how did they help you prepare for college?
I took advantage of them. Well, I took one AP class sophomore year. It didn't really count, but I'm taking 3 this year, and I definitely think that they're going to help prepare me because the pace is much quicker than my other classes, and they're much more difficult. We get a lot more homework. You have to manage your own time wisely, which is really hard, but I think that is a big part of college because you're not there singing in a classroom for 8 or 9 hours straight. So that way we learn the more college atmosphere.
Yeah, I've taken 3 AP courses my junior year and then 4 this year, and that's a lot. One very noticeable difference is that AP courses are a lot of reading, which from what I hear is what college is like, I guess. But I think they really represent what college will be like because they are very rigorous, and you do have to read the material to understand the notes, to understand the tests and things like that.
I don't know if I would say I really am taking advantage of the classes. I'm into AP classes right now, but I'm not exactly sure about how well I'm doing in them. They're definitely a different pace and a lot different style of learning because you have to do a lot of the work on your own and read the material, and then it's mostly just taking tests that your grade counts on, and I'm not as good at that as other people, so it's harder for me, but it's definitely preparing me for college.
Yeah, I take AP classes too. I wouldn't say it's so much the classes challenging me, it's more like them designing a class that's challenging enough for me to take, one that like someone as smart as I am, that it's the right kind of lesson. They can teach me something that I don't already know, which is hard enough to do, obviously. I mean,
Pretty smart, Matt. Why are you excited to be a senior?
I'm excited to be a senior because it's our last year, and a lot of us will be leaving. So I think it's a great time to come closer and hang out more. We're a lot older. Looking back on where we all were 4 years ago, we are completely different people. And I think that's really interesting that we're all so much closer now.
We said I was excited to be a senior. No. Being a senior is fun. It's a lot different, a lot more freedom, obviously, like we said before. But I think one of the best parts is that you're kind of top dogs of the school, and that you get to, and in a way, other classes look up to you, and you get to meet more people that way, and people who look up to you in younger grades. Or at least I think so. I don't know if they actually do, but
I do.
You do? Well, see, my head does. There we go. But it's always nice to meet more people, I think, and that's, being a senior, you have more opportunities to do so.
I'm excited to be a senior because along with the responsibilities you get of getting older, it's also a lot more freedom. So we have a lot more fun, and we know each other, like the senior class, so well because we've been together for the 4 years now. So there's just a lot of people that you can hang out with that you're really good friends with, and you just have a lot of fun doing whatever you do.
I agree with what everyone else said. It's been a lot of fun to grow up with everyone and see them all, look back on when everyone was a freshman, and how cute they were, and just wondering what happened to that. But yeah, it's fun to see how people have changed, and now get to look down and see how the underclassmen now think about how, when they become seniors, what it'll be like for them.
Did you guys set any goals for this year, or was this kind of like your blow-off year?
This is so not my blow-off year. I kind of feel that because I've kept up a certain standard for my first 3 years, that if I drop it off and let it fail now, then I'll be letting myself down. And I don't know if they're still doing it this year, but if they're still doing like 4.0 or higher for valedictorian, I want to keep up my grades so that I can be a valedictorian. So I can't slack off at all, which is really hard because a lot of times I've seen myself having to choose between friends and hanging out and doing homework, which I don't like doing.
This year isn't a slack off year for me either. But a lot of the hard courses that I take now are ones that I actually wanted to take. Like AP Euro was actually a class that I really wanted to do. And at the beginning of the year, I wasn't able to, and that kind of disappointed me. But then they changed the master's schedule, so I was able to take it. But yeah, most classes, harder ones that I'm in now, the APs, are ones that I want to be in. So I don't really look at it in terms of how hard the curriculum is or how hard this year is going to be. Just it's something that I want to do. So.
A big goal for me this year was to keep my grades up like everyone else, focus more on my schoolwork, and getting into college and like taking the SAT and ACT and those tests are really important to me because this year seems like more focusing on my future instead of just getting the grades now. And so I really want to get into a good school and get a good future education also. So that's what that's what I'm focusing on now.
I second that.
Is that all you say?
Already.
Okay. I know this might be a hard question for you guys, but what was one of your best memories while at Eastern?
Oh no. I just have to be first too. I would have to say this is my first year in band, and I would have to say that I have a lot of good memories from that now because I get to hang out with my friends, and going to the football games and playing in the band is really fun. It's a definite cool new experience. I like that.
Most memorable moments for me, I don't know. At the risk of sounding cliche, I'm going to say I don't really have a single one. But just, yeah. I don't know, meeting my friends and like Abby was saying earlier, just doing whatever, watching TV, watching football, MSU Lions, even though they suck. Anyways, has been fun. Just doing what you do by yourself with your friends is a great experience overall.
I feel pretty much the same way as Ben. Everything I've done with my friends, including like homecoming, just going out to lunch every day, even over the summer, just anytime I can get with my friends is my favorite memories.
I too have a lot of favorites. I'd say my most favorite is prom. Every year's been fun, but last year was a lot of fun. I was a junior and I went, and the whole time was just amazing. And then I won prom prince at the end, so it was a good time. Hopefully this year will be even better.
What event do you guys enjoy most throughout the year, like dances and football games and stuff?
I really like the sports that we do, especially soccer. For us 3 girls, we're all on the team.
Yeah.
I really like those. Like last year when we had the soccer tournament that we worked really hard at, and then we went like straight to prom. That was really fun. It was stressful. I don't know if I'd call that fun. I thought it was fun. So I don't know. And then the big prom at the end of the year is fun. But like any dance where we get to like do hall decorating or float decorating.
Sporting events are my major thing. I like going to pretty much anything, whether it's like tennis or you do like this kind of thing, or like football where you're like, yeah, go, or basketball games, cross country, do the. I've never been to one of those actually,
Yeah,
but yeah, they're always a lot of fun, and just watching our team go and take some names sometimes.
I really love football season. That's got to be one of my favorites. I love the energy of the games and just all the school spirit again. And I love homecoming and the dance and all the class competitions and even winter ball, like all the big events I really love. So there's no one favorite.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. The sports are so much fun. Football games are great. Every Friday I think I lose my voice. And I gain it back just in time to lose it again the next week. Then basketball obviously is pretty fun when I like to watch guys play basketball.
From the bench.
So you know what I mean?
Who chanted your name though?
Yeah, but I got some support on the bench.
What will you guys miss most about high school in general?
High school, although it's really hard being here for so many hours straight, it's the best opportunity to see and hang out with your friends, because when we all start going to college, we're not going to be able to see each other like day in and day out, like for 8 hours straight. And I think that's going to be a really hard transition, especially for those of us that go out of state.
Yeah, it's the last opportunity to kind of not be an adult, and that's something that I actually enjoy about it, because it's like I've had jobs and I just hate working. I mean, even if it does pay well, it usually sucks. I mean, the drudge of everyday motions is a drag, and that's kind of what we have to look forward to.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely not looking forward to being on my own and having to support myself, because that really does seem like a lot of work. So I'm going to miss just the relaxation and like just being able to hang out with my friends, even at school in class. Like, it's not really as challenging as college seems like it will be. And just all my friends I've known for so long, some since kindergarten, so I'm going to miss everyone, especially like Kristen said, if they go out of state.
All right, I'm going to get deep here for a second.
Oh.
I think easily the thing that I'll miss the most, probably most people will, is all the people here. If you actually think about it, I bet like 90% of the people you probably won't see, and definitely not as often, probably not, maybe not even at all. So all the friends you have now, you're gonna, hopefully you can keep in contact with them, but that's what I'm gonna miss, especially you, Shane.
Thanks, Matt. Do you guys have any advice for the freshmen this year and the incoming freshmen next year as like how to deal with high school?
Definitely don't slack off. If you come in and just think that it's going to be a breeze and that you'll get by without working at all, then you have another thing coming to you, because it's going to be really hard after the end of the 4 years.
To them, I would say high school is about defining who you are as a person. As the 4 years go on, you kind of realize what kind of person you're going to be and who you're going to become. That including, you know, getting involved in activities, I think would be important for that, and just doing stuff that you like. Even people say get involved in stuff, anything, but I mean, in high school you have so much that you can get involved in, and I would really encourage you them to do that and have it be something you like, sports or drama or video production, anything.
I agree that you should definitely get involved either in sports or just other activities, because you meet so many people and it's a great opportunity to just bond, and to, like, even sports, they keep you involved, and so you've got something to do after school every day and you just meet a lot of new great people. And also to not slack off your first couple years, because that can really get you behind with, like, grade-wise, your GPA. So it's important to keep school as a top priority even throughout your early years.
Some advice I would give, just be cool. I hate all these people and causing drama and trying to think they're all sweet and say other people aren't sweet. Just, okay, some good advice, just watch what I do and try and imitate that. Just try and be like Matt Henry, and then you'll be set.
Thank you guys for being here today, and you gave some great advice. That's our senior show for today.
Thank you.
We're bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Coaches Show. My name is Jamie Ford, and I'm the coach of the Eastern High School cheerleaders. With me are 4 of my cheerleaders, and they'll introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Jordan Richards. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Victoria, 09.
I'm Savannah, and I'm a senior. I'm Mindy, and I'm a senior.
First question I have for you guys is, how long have you guys been cheerleaders, and what got you started cheering?
I have been a cheerleader since I was 5, and what got me started? I don't know. My friends, they all did it, and then after that, I just wanted to do it too, so I started, and I loved it ever since, and I still am one.
I've been cheering since I was about 2, and I really didn't have a choice. It's kind of in the family. You don't have a choice.
I just started when I was a sophomore, 2 years ago, and I've been on varsity since that year and until now, so this is my 3rd year.
I started cheering when I was like 12, and I cheered for Cheer America, and then I just got in cheerleading my junior year. Yeah.
Okay, to you guys, what's the best part about being a cheerleader?
Getting to know more people and being in front of the crowd, like for pep rallies, and like being with these girls right here, just everything. I love it, all of it.
Well, I would say you guys, but today you guys make it on my nerves, so I guess, you guys, because I love you guys so much. It's just fun. You meet everybody. And when you're a cheerleader, like, nobody's scared to walk up to you and say hi and stuff.
Yeah.
You said what's the best part?
Yep, what's the best part?
Okay, the best part of it is, well, I just love it because it's just so much fun, and I just act crazy and stupid, and
We're allowed to do that.
yeah, I'm allowed to do that. And the best part of it, I would say, is just like, just doing that, like just being able to go out there in front of everybody and just acting how you want to act, and just stupid and fun, and just hanging around with a whole bunch of
Crazy
people, and it's just fun. I love it.
Basically, it's fun, it's hard work and everything, but you get out there, your confidence gets boosted, and everybody's like, yeah, hey, that's the cheerleader right there. So it's like, yeah.
We talk about it's fun because you get to hang out, act stupid and crazy, but some people say this isn't a real sport. So what do you say to those people who it is a real sport?
First of all, I would like to say is cheerleading is probably the most dangerous sport because we don't have pads when we stunt and when we throw people up in the air. And I just think it is a sport because we're cheering for you like you're cheering for the team. So I don't know. To me, it's a sport and it's hard. And until you can go out and try out for it and be a cheerleader, then you can't call it a sport.
You cannot call it a sport.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Hey, we're going to work on that one. But I say it's a sport because if you got to have practice, then it's a sport. And that is a sport, lifting up them fat cheerleaders. At
Why
least
do they
that's
have
what
to
I
be
think.
fat?
It's okay. Thick is beautiful, baby.
Oh my God.
Let's see. I would have to say to those people who say it's not a sport that you guys don't know what you're talking about because it is just as much of a sport as any other sport. That sounded really like uneducated, but because we have competitions, we have games just like everybody else, and we have practices, we do hard work just like everybody else, so it's a sport.
It's a sport.
It is a sport. I mean, we work just as hard as any other sport. We run. If you're running, it's a sport. End of story.
It's like an activity.
And we get. They say cheerleading's the most dangerous sport because, like she said, we ain't got pads. Football, they got pads. They don't get hurt as much. But us, we can get hurt easy.
You can get paralyzed from falling from a stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What type of conditioning do you have to do off season? Because you say you prepare for it. What type of things do you have to do off season to be ready for the season?
Let's see, Taibo. I do Taibo. Yeah, and I run sometimes. I'm not a good runner, but I do it when I have to. And me and my mom walk. That's really it. And I watch what I eat.
What do I do? Let's think about that one. Go back. Well, usually I run the track, and I just do like different activities at the Y, so I stay fit and don't lose my, momentum or whatever. Yeah, that's sexy figure. That's it.
Personally, I really don't do anything in the off season, but like I'm supposed to. But if I was, I would like run. I don't like to run. It's like boring.
Savannah can't lose weight.
And it hurts my body. And, yeah, just like, I don't know, just like any other person would stay in shape, exercise, eat good,
I can't
stay in
eat
shape,
good.
do some crunches when you can, Yeah.
That was for Jose.
I just walk around the town, and I don't eat a lot of candy because I think chocolate's nasty after a while.
Word up, girl.
But yeah, just
Whatever.
eat good and be normal. I don't know.
And the entire time you've been cheerleading, what is the one thing that stands out, whether it be high school, junior high, or elementary school? What one thing about cheerleading stands out that you'll always remember?
Mine would be high school, my first pep rally, which was last year. and I was dead center in front of everybody.
That was so funny.
And I got everything right, but I just couldn't believe I went out there and actually did it. And another thing is being with Savannah.
Say that louder.
And Vicky.
Say that louder.
And Mindy.
Oh, it's my turn.
Everybody else is like, dang, forgive me.
And the rest of you guys.
We love you too. It's my turn. Dang, my turn be coming too fast. I can't think that fast. I would say pep rally this year. It was really fun, and I was like 10 seconds off. And I thought it was the funniest.
Everybody noticed you messed up.
Yeah, everybody said I played it off well though, so it's okay. I don't know. It was pep rally.
I don't really have a favorite moment. I mean, it would have to be in high school because that's when I started. But like, I don't really have like a favorite moment. Every time I do stuff, it's fun. Stop, Jose. And cheering with my best friend Jordan.
Aww.
And everybody else that I get along with on the team.
Oh, forget her. I'm everybody else.
Vicky and Mindy, of course. But I don't know, it's all fun. I don't really have a pep rally. Like, this pep rally was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun at this pep rally. So, but it's all fun to me. It's all just one big party.
Yeah, that dance was really fun. Shout outs to Mimi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine, pep rallies are fun and everything. Mine was JV when I was on JV because it wasn't serious competition or nothing like that. You just had fun. You went out there. And it was just fun.
You can't.
The stunting was a lot of fun. Our stunt group was, yeah.
The Mom Diggity.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I'd have to say competition was one of my favorite too. I totally forgot about competition. That was like one of my favorite moments. It was just so like nerve-wracking, but it was so much fun. Okay.
When you bring up competition, what types of things do you look for to be ready for competition, personally?
For us, for me personally, I would have to say making sure we have the material down, like make sure you know every single move and every single count, because it is really hard to like know and be on time with your whole team, because there is more than just one person out there. And probably getting stronger so you can hit your stunts better and harder.
Competition. I try not to think about it, because if I think too hard, then it hurts me. That's the moment. So I try not to think about it and just go out there and have fun.
Oh, sorry. I think competition is like, I don't know, it's just, I've only been to competition one time, but it was just, like what I do to prepare for it, I just like go over everything I need to go over, stunt extra hard. Like Jordan said, like make sure you've lifted weights enough like throughout the season so you have all your stunts down, and precision, work with your whole team when you're practicing on the mats, and just have fun, I guess, because it's fun.
I don't know, I see competition, I see it as a pep rally, so don't make me as nervous. I'm still nervous. But I just make sure that we got everything down and we're on, and it don't look like a mess. Yes.
If you had a bunch of elementary girls in front of you that wanted to be high school cheerleaders someday, what's the one thing you would tell them?
Let's see, we actually did that. Well, we didn't tell them, but we went to an elementary school. Was it Bingham?
Post Oak.
Post Oak. And we helped the little girls out and stuff. And we did stunts and we taught them cheers, and it's just cute to see them looking up to us and like to see them looking at us like that's what they want to be sometime. And my advice to them is, if you want to be a cheerleader, go for it. Don't give up.
Work hard. Like if it's something you want to do, work for it. Just put all you got into it. Work on some splits and jumps and cartwheels and whatever else you think we should be doing. Work hard for it. Back handsprings.
For all the young little cute ones out there, if you want to be a cheerleader, just keep doing it. Like get into it if you're not into it already, and then just keep doing it until you get to high school, and then you'll be more experienced. You'll know what you're doing. But yeah, and work on everything. Like learn ahead of time so you don't have to learn in high school. You know what I'm saying? Just learn ahead of time. No, yeah.
Like for the little kids, just work hard and don't go out there and say, I want to be a cheerleader and don't expect not to work for it. 'Cause you got to work for it. It is hard. But yeah, work for it.
I got something real quick. Another thing I missed out on is like gymnastics is a real big thing nowadays. Like in competitions, they do like back handsprings and back tucks and stuff. So you might want to get into
You get a lot of
gymnastics.
points for it too.
Yeah.
How do you feel about male cheerleaders?
I love them. I think it would be awesome if we had more male cheerleaders at Eastern. But most of the guys at our school think you have to be gay to be a cheerleader, and I don't think that you have to be. Even if you are, if you aren't, I think you could be a cheerleader. But I see a lot of people do it in college. I think it's really cool, and I think we would be a stronger team if we had guys on our team.
Well, I do like that point of guys doing it. I don't know why guys wouldn't want to do it. You get to be with girls all freaking time. I think it'd be nice to have guy cheerleaders because guys are stronger than girls a lot of the time, and they can pick up more weight. My bad.
Are you done?
Yeah.
I would love to have guy cheerleaders. That'd be so much fun. It'd just make everything so much like funner. But
So she can flirt with them, basically, is what she's saying.
but I mean, gay or not gay, you should like it shouldn't matter. Like, shoot, try out. Oh, okay, I'm done.
Guy cheerleaders, that would be like the dude that came and helped us over the summer, Matt from MSU.
He was so cute.
He was cute.
Oh.
He was gorgeous.
He was good. He was a good cheerleader.
He was
He had higher jumps than me.
Yeah,
He was
taught us a
cute.
lot.
So
He was
jumps.
freaking gorgeous. What are you talking about?
If we had more
Shout out to
guy
Matt.
cheerleaders like that,
I miss you.
I bet you there'd be a lot of girls wanting to go out for cheerleading if we had some guys.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you prefer cheering for, football or basketball?
That's a hard question because I love both sports. Like, I'm so competitive. You can even ask Jose, the guy behind the camera over there. I just love it. Football, I love because I was just born with it. I've always cheered for football, but basketball I love because you're inside. You're not outside in the cold. And I love both of them. I really can't compare between the both of them.
I like football seasons because I've always cheered for football players, and the fans are always so much hype at the at the football games, and you get to have more fun, act